Hey guys, welcome to the video. We've got the Fluval 107 canister filter here today. And I picked this up because I have a smaller tank. It's actually a Paludarium that I'm needing to get a filter in. It's going to be for toads, so I want to make sure I could have activated carbon, just keep the water clean. It's only like 15 gallon, 20 gallon maybe. But this does come, you can get 40 gallons, 70 gallons, up to 100 gallons. Um, but just needed this little one. It's not too bad. It's 130 $30, 130 plus after tax, whatever. But yeah, mainly just want to make sure I can keep the water clean. And also has some tannins in it, so that activated charcoal is gonna make a big difference for me. I hope. At least keep the tannins down a little bit and keep the water fresh for the toads. It's really all I'm worried about. Don't need that piece of trash. We got some accessories here. The hose, it's about 10 foot. You might need another one of these, so buy an extra unless you're keeping it close to the tank. Here's all the accessories, the inlet, outlet, valves, what have you. Instruction manual, probably want to read that at least once. I'm not going to right now. The unit itself, it's relatively small. Actually surprised about that. There's nothing else in the box. It's just junk. Just toss it to the side. Yeah, it's relatively small. I was actually surprised how small it was. It's relatively easy to use. Just pop the levers off. The whole thing comes right out. No problem. It's a little scuffed up. Not a big deal. Um, and then it actually comes with the filters and filter media. In this case, you got a couple of surface filters, a couple porous ones. Um, Decent first stage filtration. Can't complain too much. It's going to do the job. Yeah, good fill, good filters. I mean, filter, especially porous ones like this. There's another compartment over here, and it's actually two little baskets attached by this little red bar. You pick it up. Um, this comes with a phosphate filter. I'm not going to use that. It's Planet Tank. I want to keep my phosphates. Um, Activated charcoal. That's exactly what I needed for this tank. So glad it came with that. It's going to be expensive to buy like that, though. This is a little finer filter. Looks like it's a biofilter, so not bad. You'll get some biological life in there, but probably better to replace that out for some sort of biological filtration, bio balls, or something similar to that. I mean, the filter's good enough, but you can always be a little bit better. Um, it goes together pretty simple. There's nothing else down in there. That We'll get all this put back together and stick it in there. I mean, you can see it's pretty easy to take completely apart, put it all completely back together again. It's going to be easy to clean, easy to maintain. These filters, I mean, they're pretty standard. You can just cut whatever you want, stick in here, right? You don't have to buy Fluval filters to do this. Uh, I mean, yeah, sure, it's handy because they're pre-cut. It's not a big deal. As you can see, if it sits, it fits. Doesn't sit, doesn't fit. Sits, fits. So I said that wrong. If it fits, it sits. In this case, it doesn't fit, so it doesn't sit. So I did something wrong here. Well, why? See, this stupid thing falls out. I don't know why it's just not attached down there for some reason. I don't know. But obviously, this doesn't go here. I believe that's because this actually goes here. So let's slide that in there. Doesn't go that way. It's this way. Right back in. No problem. So, see, can't even really mess it up. It only goes in one way. And lid, I mean, really only goes on one way too. You can see there's a little lip there. It's for the indentation for the model number. Slides right in. Now, yeah, this isn't as hard as it looks. This is a whole lot easier. It's The problem is I'm just not realizing what I'm doing wrong. But you just got to be smarter than a dumb old piece of plastic. You can figure this out pretty well. Oh yeah, see, there's the problem. Yeah, You just got to pull those out. Then it goes down, clips in, done. Boom. Yeah, it's not too bad. Pretty happy with this. Hopefully it filters well, right? That's the only reason about it. Oh, it's actually pretty good pump action there. Oh, you know what? Before we do anything else, we got to make sure we put the gasket on. All right. If you buy one of these, just make sure you put the gasket on. It's going to save you from making a mess. And this one just slides right on. There's a little groove on the inside of there. It's relatively stretchy. It just stretches right over top the top, and you're done. Just make sure it gets down in that groove. And it's even, level, everything's good. If you don't put your gasket on, and if you don't know much about aquariums, this gasket's going to keep water out of your floor. So just use the gasket, all right? Don't even question it. Just use it. This snaps right on. This is where your hoses are going to attach to. Can only go one way. Can't screw it up. The red lever locks it down. And this gray lever basically turns the hoses on, right? When you push that lever up, it closes the valve so you can detach it and not make a mess. And this is what I'm going to be installing it on. This is a 60-gallon cube, frameless cube. Not done yet, so don't judge. There's no soil. The plants aren't planted. The water is looking kind of funky because there's not a filter, but we can get that fixed here in just a moment. Not sure where I'm going to put it. I'll have to figure that out. So here's the filter running. It's not as loud as I thought it was. There's a little bit of reverberation from being in the cabinet, but unless you're like your head is down inside of it, you really can't even tell it's on. It's pretty much exactly what it needed. Just drilled some holes in the back, ran the hoses up and over, dug the inlet out here a little bit so it has somewhere to pull the water into. Outlet's over there on the other side. And I kind of got to run into some rocks right now, make a nice little waterfall, but probably change this up later. Anyways, thanks for stopping by, guys. Hope this is helpful. Catch you later.